My ideals on Marvel movies that were better in the past than now. Marvel movies back in the past was better. Even the comics themselves were better. But now these Marvel movies are so bad. The shows that are pretty much just trash that should not be allowed to be called movies or shows. Or the idea of getting women characters being overpowered because you would rather have a overpowered female character over a guy over being balanced and saying to keep to their true powers over giving them tons of powers that every superhero has or superheroine. Marvel, do you know what you're even doing anymore? Or are you just hiring people off the street that just pushes ideals and basically wants the parliament for half this time? Because I don't want to be a bill about news, but your stuff is flopping and you're going to keep losing money to the point you're going to have no money left to even make movies anymore. What are you going to do then when nobody buys you stuff? Marvel, we don't want bad movies anymore. We need you to go back to what you stood for in movies that people really love watching. These days, a lot of people are tired of seeing shows full of ideals or this so-called female empowerment where the female characters never smile. They're so unhappy that you want to ask, why the heck do you even have them? We don't want unhappy female characters, overpowered female characters, and things like that. If you can't make your female characters have flaws and them actually feeling like real people, then what's the point of calling them even those characters you want to decide them as? If you're going to make your own visions of them and redo them, then just retitle it to something that actually could be a new character. But don't waste our time making such a copy of the true character because you think, this new one is better than this old one. That even applies to your comics. The reason no one wants your comics because this is bad now. Because you want to fill them with messaging or making this idea that we really care about ideas in comics. So we want to be so soft in the comic that you can't say, maybe we could really kind of start thinking in your head that we just want a comic that actually is good to read, or a Marvel movie or show that doesn't feel like we would rather just basically watch sort of the old Marvel shows or movies that actually, movies like the Infinity Wars that were better and at least they had a story and plot, over just doing some lame story and we're supposed to believe that you want to rewrite all these stories and think we want to love them. Marvel, who are you hiring and who is hiring them should be fired and say, you need to hire somebody that hires people that have skills and talent and actually care for the source material that what your character was in the comic. But if you're just going to rewrite them, don't call them that character or whatever character that were in the comic. Don't call them that. Change their name. Make them different. But don't waste us as people's time making movies that just don't do well. Or comics that are so boring that pretty much that anime comics and a manga is better to read than anything. Because you're so worried about designing characters that's just unlikable or just you redrawing them to be so bad looking that it feels like you guys don't even know if you're drawing comics anymore or you just throwing whatever story or whatever to it. Because when you try to do when you had the She-Hulk show and how you used to design a She-Hulk that wasn't even a She-Hulk, it was just a boring girl that got the powers of the She-Hulk and decided, since I could be the She-Hulk, I could just be with different people as a She-Hulk. And to me, that was just disgracing the name She-Hulk. That was it's like how you taking Spider-Man, throwing this idea of Spider-Man inside some movie called Madame Web, and you gotta ask, what's so good about you just pretty much rewriting this Spider-Man nonsense in the movie? If a lot of the stuff that in the comic, Madame Web pretty much wasn't fully connected to the Spider-Man type comic book, and you guys are just trying to rewrite it to say, oh well, we got female killer tools now. It's like two, and what makes it worse, you create this new actress that basically just looks like who so-called special ability. I mean, that's really dumb too. It's just psychic powers that only work at so many times. I mean, did you guys just sit there and gonna come out with any good superpowers and said, oh, so-called powers only work when she needs, only when they want to work? Then you just gotta kill her with a bit of such a psychic power, and then that's it. I mean, seriously, Marvel, what happened to the stuff Stan Lee used to do? Stuff he actually made that was wonderful, and you guys are just basically taking his Stan Lee stuff, destroying it, and because you rather just write it just for these sensitive people. I mean, don't you realize nobody wants that anymore? Don't you realize if you hire more people with talent, not some people that just want to write their own stuff, then they could make, what I say, Marvel, they could make their own company, and they could write all the comics they want with the characters they want, that were superheroes and superheroines, how they want them to be. And let us have our stuff back. If you start listening to your true fans and the people that really grew up reading you stuff, and even want their own kids that, it means them having their own kids that want them to enjoy the comics they once loved, but I can't because you want to rewrite them. In the end, what makes it worse, you get mad at anime to manga comics. Well, the thing with anime and manga comics, at least they tell you a story, and they actually look like female characters. And they actually feel like they're trying to get a story to you, and you feel like you actually could feel that emotion from the character and how they act and actions they do, and they have flaws and how they could look. And not be told that they have to look a specific way or act a specific way because we get offended over some picture like of a anime or even of a anime game because they can't handle a girl, an anime pretty girl, an anime wooful girl that has any type of bust size, a bust that comes out a little bit that we're supposed to be offended over with. What I say is, Marvel, time for you to wake up and pick a side, because if you're really going to do this, make stuff bad, just give your comedy to somebody that kills for the true fans, and just create your own, rebuild your company and call it something else, because this stuff isn't good anymore. It's time for you to move on.